What's up guys, my name is Aaron and this is going to be my review of Dangerous Woman by Ariana Grande. This is the third studio album by the American pop star. I was a big fan of her first album, Yours Truly. I really like the way that the album combined 90s hip hop and R&B and like 50s or 60s doo-wop with a kind of a modern aesthetic with like trap beats and trap drums and stuff. And I also thought that her voice was really phenomenal. I thought her second album, My Everything, was a little bit more generic and I didn't like that as much. I was hoping that with this album that she would kind of go back to her roots a little bit more. I didn't have a lot of faith in the album based on the song Focus. I thought that was a really kind of bad song and a really weird way to lead off this album. I avoided any singles that came out for this album and I'm really glad with the choice that I made because this is probably my favorite album that she's come out with so far. I love the production and the songwriting on this album. It's really varied. Like the song Moonlight, it opens with this like gorgeously throwback vibe with like a lot of strings and pianos and guitars too. It kind of feels like this like doo-wop song, I guess. I like the song Side to Side. It's a little bit more playful and it has a cool reggae vibe to it. It has a cool bass line and it has these like really cool, nicely placed guitar strokes. I really like the song Be Alright. It's like an improved version of the more generic production on My Everything. It opens with this DJ Mustard-esque key line and then it like explodes into this EDM breakdown in the chorus. It's a really engaging, really fun track. Let Me Love You has a like vaguely Middle Eastern vibe to the track with this like sultry undertone to the synth line in the song. That part of the song melds with the chorus and it like kind of explodes into this like EDM inspired breakdown and it's a really cool listen. It's definitely my favorite on the album. It really feels like an early 2000s Britney Spears song mixed with modern like elements to the song too. I thought the features on this album were pretty nice too. They didn't distract from the singing that she was doing, but it fit with the songs in the structure and stuff. On Side to Side, Nicki Minaj is a little bit more restrained, but she does fit the song really well and she has a playful vibe in the song too. On Let Me Love You, Lil Wayne has a decent verse on the track. It's not as terrible as like his recent verses and guest features are, but it's a decent enough verse and it does fit the track well. My favorite on the album is Future. Yeah, I didn't really expect it because I didn't really expect what I would get from a Future and Ariana song, but he's so like hype on the hook and like he brings so much of his raw energy to the track that like it's just infectious. I love his energy that he brings to the song. And I love the vocals on this album too. My past like criticism of her albums, like I just felt like she does sing in the falsetto a lot, like, and it does bring like thoughts of Mariah Carey and stuff, but I felt like this album she did show a little bit more range. On the song Moonlight, she starts off with this like lower register and then as the song continues it builds and builds and then she's like kind of explodes on the chorus and it really like feels a little bit more earned than like on other songs where she just sings in falsetto the entire time. The song Dangerous Woman, she has like a really nice like edge to the song. Its production is a little bit more rock based and she does give a more like I guess a rock vibe to the song and I really like that. It shows that she has a little bit more edge than I thought that she did. And Let Me Love You, she sings in like a really like low like breathy whisper throughout the track and she actually sounds sexy and seductive. She was trying to do in the past, but I feel like with this album she really succeeded in doing that vibe. I feel like with this album she feels a lot more confident and a lot more assured and I feel like she actually sounds like a woman as opposed to kind of a girl trying to pretend to be a woman. That's the vibe that I got on her other albums. Some things I didn't like about the album is a little bit more filler than I would have wanted. The songs Greedy and Leave Me Lonely, they're just kind of generic and you could have just thrown them away. They're kind of just generic 2000s pop songs, I guess. And I feel like the lyrics and the themes aren't that interesting. I know that pop isn't the most thematically like lyrically interesting genre, I guess, but there are albums like in recent years, like 1989 album Emotion. I feel like those were playful and vibe too, but they actually had some type of weight to the songs. And I feel like this album, outside of Dangerous Woman, doesn't really have a lot of weight to it. Yeah, but overall, I thought this was a great album. I thought that the production was varied and it was improved as opposed to My Everything, which I thought was really generic. And I like that it mixed like the old school vibe with a kind of a modern aesthetic too. The features fit the album. Not there were anything too crazy outside of Future's feature, but they're decent enough. And I feel like she's really progressed as a vocalist too. And it makes it a little bit more engaging as a listen. I feel like some songs could have been cut from the album and the lyrics and themes weren't as interesting as they could have been, but overall I would have given it an 8 out of 10. I just really hope for future albums she kind of takes what she's done in this album and how she's progressed as an artist, and then she just kind of like focuses on lyrics and themes, because I feel like at this point in her like career, she could probably be one of the best pop like singers out right now, but she just has to work on her lyrics and themes. But yeah, overall I thought it was a good album. What did you guys think? Did you like the album? Did you hate the album? Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the review. Thanks guys, bye.